Okay, what are we saying, guys? So we're going to be going for a full ATG knee dense workout. It's going to be the third one out of the knee dense, so it's going to be squats, 10d10. Haven't done 10d10 before. Could probably do more weight than I'm going to do. I might just go body weight today. You can still get good work in with body weight. And you want to start as low as you can because you can always build up. Whereas if you go too intense to start with, then you might have to regress in the future, you might hurt yourself. So starting at the lowest, even if it's just body weight, you can get a lot of good work in with just body weight. So yeah, also first time using the new mic, so hopefully it sounds good. But we'll go through it. Let's go. First exercise of every workout for me is always sled. If you don't have a sled, this is the best alternative. Band and knee extensions. It gives the same kind of work. So you see how the band's pulling me down into the exercise. So it's not giving the eccentric portion of it, but it's giving the concentric. So we're getting loads of blood flow in the knee and warming it up for all of the rest of the more intense exercises down the road. Probably just do it for about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how much of a quad pump you get. You can do it either single leg like this, look a bit like Beyonce. I got a lot of people telling me that on my stories. If you don't want to look like Beyonce, you can do double leg and do it like this. Depends on what you want to do. I like switching up. You can also, if you just have one bad leg, you can just do the single leg. Get loads of work into that. And then the other one, obviously it still needs it, but not as much. So you can go single leg, but I like to do double really. That's my favourite way of doing it for the warm up. Yeah, so like I say, it's a short range concentric dominant movement, not an only movement. Usually with the sled and stuff, it's pretty much just only concentric. This is pulling you down, but obviously you still have some of the weight on the eccentric. But the short range concentric movement, if you don't know what short range is, like there's a lot more I can dive into on the depth of short range and long range and stuff like that. But all you really need to know when doing these workouts is that the short range doesn't cause as much tissue damage to the connective tissue and stuff like that, and not as much stress. So these kinds of exercises you can do pretty much every day, if not once every 2 days. Just getting loads of blood flow in the area. Helps with the healing process as well. You'll notice that when your body's injured, it wants to get heat in the area, it wants to get blood flow, liquid, that kind of stuff. So that's why like swelling occurs and stuff like that, which is why rice isn't good. So if you heard of rice where you have to ice and stuff your knee, that's what they say, because it takes down the inflammation. But really we want heat. We want to help the body to speed up the healing process by bringing in blood flow to the knee, bringing in that kind of healing on our own. Oh, squat rack's almost gone. By the end, like you see my face, like you want to be super pumped in the quads, ready to go into the rest of the exercises. Getting the knees feel good, getting them lubricated. So yeah, it's probably good there. So yeah, then second we go into a triple superset in knee dense. So we go tibs, straight leg calf, and hip flexors on this day. On the other day, it rotates between hip flexors, knee flexors, and then tibs and calves on all 3 days. But basically, straight leg calf raise, you're hitting more of the gastric, of the belly of the calf. Whereas KOT calf raises, where you got your bent knee, you're doing more of the soleus. So you want to hit both during the week. I've got a tib bar. If you don't have a tib bar, you can just do it up against the wall with tib raisers. Eventually you want to get this kind of equipment so you can measurably hit the standards. I think the standard for tib raisers is 20% of body weight for 10 reps. I'm going to be doing tibs, straight leg calf raise, and L-sit, triple superset. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably put 7.5 kg for the first set of tibs, and then go to either 10 or 12.5 kg, depending on the amount of reps I want to go to. I might do higher reps today, we'll see. I like to have the tib bar in the creases of my toes, right down the end, so you can get that full flexion, and it just feels more comfortable for me. I've seen people have it up here, but I don't know, I like it further down. It's a bit tough to get into, but you just want to just slide back, get that pure stretch. So at the bottom of the rep, you want to be flexing your calves. When you do one muscle, you want to be flexing the other at the end range. So if it was something like, say, a Jefferson curl, in the bottom portion, you want to be flexing your quads so that you can get that full stretch on the hamstring in the end range position. So yeah, doing lower leg stuff before you go into more of the knee stuff like squats, split squats, step ups is always going to be good. Getting loads of blood flow into the area, getting the knees primed before we go into actually directly hitting the connective tissue, directly strengthening the knees. On the straight leg calf raises, you can use pretty much anything. I like to use a slant board, and you want, when you're doing calf raises, this is a tip that I found recently, well not recently, but when I was first doing the ATG program and stuff, I would have my hips back a little bit like this. You want to be straight, you want your hips dropped in, even on like a KO2 calf raise and stuff like that. You don't want your hips to be back like this. You want them to be like this. You want to feel that stretch down the calf of the bottom. And again, when you're in the bottom position, flex the opposite side, flex the tibs. Make sure you get the full stretch in the bottom. Yeah, make sure you do both sides balanced. If you've got a weaker side, do that side first and finish with it. So if my calf was smaller on my left side, which it probably is actually, and I probably should be doing this because obviously my knee was injured on that side, but it's been a while now, so it's probably all right. But if you had an injury on your left leg, you want to really be starting on that side and then finishing on that side. So you do 3 sets on this side, 2 sets on this side, so that it can catch up over time. And then once you find that they both have even amount of strength, once you find that they both have even size, then you can start doing the same amount of sets. If they don't look the same, they're not going to be the same. So yeah, that's key. And then the last of the triple superset is the L sit. So on this, you can regress it by coming down on the ground, just lifting your butt up and doing a single leg. So you can lean back to make it easier, even have your butt on the ground if it's hard like that. But over time, the goal is to be able to hold your body weight in the air for a good 20 to 30 seconds, to be honest. It's tough, it feels crampy because it's a short range movement, but it's key, man. So yeah, trying to keep those quads flexed, and you'll feel it's really, really crampy doing this. Yeah, that's tough. We're getting a bit hot, taking a layer off. We're going to go up to 10 kg on the tibs. Probably stick to body weight on the calf raises, straight leg. In between sets as well, you can do some skill work. My mentor Keegan's big into this kind of stuff, and he's kind of got me into it. I've been falling off with this, but it's fun. It keeps your mind stimulated, keeps you focused on the workout rather than going on your phone, killing your brain. You're actually getting some work done by doing some keepy uppies, bringing the juggling balls in, doing something that keeps your mind stimulated. Do that in between sets rather than just sitting there wasting your time. Yeah, so Keegan's a world famous coach. He NRL kind of stuff, and he said like in his winning teams he would always use skill work, whether it was juggling, handstands. I guess they're technically strength, but also take a lot of skill. But it just helps the brain fire. I think juggling's even shown to have neuroplasticity and stuff like that. It helps your hand-eye coordination. So take some juggling balls in the gym. It might look a bit weird, but it's what you got to do if you want elite standards. So yeah, 10 kg on the weights on the tib bar. I'm not sure how much the actual tib bar weighs, but I'm 60 kg roundabout. So yeah, it's probably about 12 kg, probably 20% of my body weight. We'll see how many reps we can get. Again, flexing the calves on the way down. Like I could spam out loads of reps if I wanted to, but you want to be really feeling the contraction for stretching at the end, feeling every single range of the motion. In the tib raises, you want to make sure your quads are flexed the entire time so you're not using them to bring it up and you're directly hitting the tibs and not using the quads as momentum, because I could go like that and flick it up. You want to keep the quads pinned down. And even on the last few reps, it's been shown in some studies that end range partials are really good for muscle building. Oh, so I like to throw them in on tibs, Jefferson curls. Once you're used to the movement, you don't have to do it straight away. It's more of a advanced thing. But yeah, going to bodyweight calf raises. On the straight leg calf raises, if you can do about 25 per side, single leg, which may take a while with straight leg, then start adding weight. You can even go for a regression with both feet to start with, get to about 25 reps, and then start going single leg. But you want to really, I'm hammering that point today of flexing the opposite muscle in the bottom, flexing up those tibs there, getting that full stretch, and then pushing through. Now, like, I've got blood flow into my knees through the banded knee extensions and then to the areas below the knee and above the knee with the hip flexors. You're making sure everything's nice and oiled before you go into the direct knee training, and you don't want any restrictions. So if your hip flexors are cold and tight and you go into the knee training, you might have struggles getting into the squat and it might be pulling on your knee, putting extra pressure on there. Again, with a lower leg, if they're cold, your ankle mobility is not feeling too good. Again, put more pressure on that knee and your ankle mobility is worse. So when you try and go down into a squat, you're not going to be able to get there. But yeah, hip flexors, almost forgot. Got to stay focused. If you want to do this with a bar, you can do bar hammer raises. If you want to use a monkey foot attachment, you can do them standard hip flexor raises. And then the eventual goal is reverse squats with a cable machine. You kind of need something behind you to hold on, whether that's a partner or anything in the gym. But yeah, and if you get your hip flexors super, super strong and your quads and your hamstrings and your glutes are all the same as the other sprinters, as the other players on the other team, then you're going to beat them to the ball because your hip flexors are stronger. You're easily picking up your leg, and these people have got all this muscle and they're making all the muscles strong and their legs are so heavy, but they can't pick it up. They can't do this with their hip flexors. So you need to get hip flexors strong. Tough, man. So yeah, if I want to end up maybe training professional Premier League players or even whatever football players, you got to have the skill work there as well to have a bit of respect. Like, I had 5 years out of football, but still there. It's just natural once you do it for so long. It's like riding the bike. But I need to get better at the juggling stuff, especially with my left leg. Obviously, that's the injured one, so I haven't used it in a long time. Well, now I am, but yeah. Even just seeing how many you can do with 1 foot at a time. How many can you get in 60 seconds? Yeah, I need to work on my left leg, I'll tell you that. Oh, can't do it. Another layer's off. It's like freezing out here, but when you start working, it's fine. Just get this last set done, and then we'll go on to the main events. Whoa. On the days that I do squat, oh, my slant board's ruined. I do like to do step ups, body weight, and also some split squats body weight, just to warm up, just 1 set. Get the knees ready, get the ankles ready. When I go into squats, just do like 20 reps or so on each leg. Blood flow into the knee. It's good. Get the body weight split squats. Back hip flexors might be a bit tight on this first set. We'll see. Yeah, a little tight. Done split squats 2 days ago. So my back hip flexors are still a little sore from that, but feeling all right. Just do 5 to 10 on each side. Ready for the squats. So if you don't know what dense means, it means every minute on the minute. So 10d10 for squats is what we're going to do. It's going to be 100 reps in 10 minutes on the minute. So it hits 60 seconds. You do 10 reps, wait for the next 60 seconds, and then you do the 10 reps. Every minute on the minute. Feeling good though. Like I say, could probably do more weight than body weight on these squats, but it's my first time doing 10d10. I usually do about 10d5. I think I done 10d3 with 70 kg or so about a month or two back. Was slacking on the squats for a while, but we'll try 10d10 today. Now, how am I going to know when it's on the minute? I might have to get my laptop quickly, put a timer on. Yeah, cool. I got the stopwatch running. Gonna do 10d10 squats. On your squats, you need to be doing full range of motion, like you have to, especially for knee stuff. If you're not, you're missing out on so much stuff. Knee to heal needs synovial fluid. I said this on my reel. It's like a hinge needs oil to make it like go. It's like lubricating the knee with the synovial fluid and stuff. You do that in the bottom portion of a squat. You also build thicker connective tissue, more robust connective tissue. And it's just better overall for strength development. Like, why would you not do full range? Unless you're doing like a powerlifting meet or something like that, all good. But if you can't squat the same weight that you can 90 degrees, that you can all the way down, I wouldn't do 90 degree squats anymore. So on these, I've got a very elevated heel on a slant board, pushing my knees out, making sure I stay somewhat upright, putting more work on those knees, doing 10 reps, and then wait until the next minute. Yeah, it's pretty easy, to be honest. I'll do 10d10, and if it's like easy, then I'll put some weight on and do a set of like 10 reps with some actual weight on the bar. But even this is going to be good. If it's not to complete failure, you're still getting 100 reps in 10 minutes of bodyweight squats, full range of motion. If you're doing that, you're putting money in the bank for your knees. You're going to be better on the pitch, going to be more protected. Like, how many people can do full range of motion like this, 100 reps in 10 minutes? Not many. You're clicking your knees and stuff going down. Should be all right. It'll go over time, unless it's painful. If it's painful, then regress. The regressions you can use for this is like putting a slant board in something like this, and then using your upper body as assistance in the bottom portion. So I'm taking off all my body weight here. Like there's no real pressure on my knees. But what you're doing is you're getting your knees into that bottom range, in getting that synovial fluid to come, even if it's just a little bit of pressure. If that's all your knees can handle, that's all your knees can handle. Just take off the weight or limit the range to start with and then work your way up to it. But I'm missing the minute now, let's go. If you've got improportionate legs, I'd work on the split squat for a long time first, do an extra set on your left leg. Say your left leg's the injured one, step ups and split squats, gonna sort you out. Go into squats eventually. If you get strong in step ups and split squats and rebalance your muscles, it's gonna be better, because if you've got your right leg stronger than your left, and you go into squatting, then you might find that your right leg might just take over and your left leg's not growing as much. So do split squats, do your step ups, and then do these after. yeah, I underestimated how hard these were. I done the first set and I was like, yeah, it's going to be all good. But because you're getting that much volume in, like I'm already getting a quad pump and it's only been 4 sets, like I'll probably be on the end one, squeezing it out, cut to my face on the end set. It's tough. It's tough. Don't underestimate bodyweight stuff. Oh, I think that's a good starting point, to be honest. Don't rush into weighted stuff. Absolutely master your bodyweight first. Like, it's going to be better for your joints. Eventually down the road you can do weight, but I've seen a lot of people, even me, push it too far with weighted to start with, when I could have just mastered different bodyweight exercises first. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to be dead. I'm going to be dead by the end of this workout. Oh, Lord, give me strength for this. Lord, help me out here. I'm going to fly out to see Justin soon. Gonna live with him for a bit. Moochie's strength on Instagram, if anyone's seen him, and he does. We were just talking about this the other day. He just does bodyweight stuff twice a day, every day. And I was like, that can't be optimal. This and that. Can't be that hard. Oh my God, cramping, man. It is. Oh. I'm going to get through it all, but I'm already cramping. Even if you're bad at football, start. If you mess up loads, it's fine. And building skills like this where you're able to juggle with football or juggle with hands just gives you a bit of confidence in yourself. If you're injured, if you've got pain, you want to find what else you can do in your life to make yourself proud of yourself, to get your mental health better. Like when you're in knee pain, you got so much issues in your head. You're like, you feel worthless, you feel hopeless. You're like, I can't even walk properly. I can't even do the things I can with my friends. If you get good at juggling, if you get good at skill work, if you get good chin ups, something like that, relative strength, then it's going to make your head feel better. It's going to make you feel better about yourself. Don't let yourself get fat as well. I let myself get fat. Put up a picture here. Eat clean, stay lean. It's going to help your knee a lot more. Don't let yourself binge. Like, I know it's one of those things where it's like, it'll make me feel better in the time, but get your strength from other stuff. Not saying I'm perfect at all, especially when it comes to binge eating. I had a real problem when I was younger. Now I have to work every day to not eat processed foods because they're so available. Make the harder choice. Make the one you'll be proud of yourself for. Look at my slant board. Ruined. I have to get the wash on it. I think to finish with, we'll do some couch stretch. I think that's the last thing. You can add in elephant walks as well if you want. I do Jefferson curls on my mobility day, accessory day. But you could do elephant walks into couch stretch. One more set. One more set. Oh, this is evil. Whoa. Not for the weak. Not for the weak-minded. And don't bounce in the bottom like I am. Don't go so fast. If you're just starting out, make sure you're comfortable in all ranges first. I know I am now. But if I was to bounce down into it like that, first off, it's going to hurt your knee. It's a progression of tension. Like, you want to go slow to fast. Fast tension where you drop catch. It's going to put even more pressure on your tendons. So actually control it. Feel the muscle working. That's it, that's done. Sorry about the noises. I don't know whether to leave it long or cut it up, probably cut it up. But yeah, so I don't know how much will be in it of what I've said, but I hope a lot of it helps. I'm just going to do the couch stretch now. All right, guys, I'll leave it there. I just finished with some couch stretch there. I didn't film it, but this is who was staring at me. It's cool to get out in nature. I quite like this. I might do leg days here every day. I usually go to the gym, but it feels good being out in nature, even if it is freezing cold. But yeah, I hope this helped. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. That's a full knee dense workout. If you just done that workout twice a week for 3 months, you'd be able to get some real good knee strength. Obviously, you want to be doing the other stuff like step ups and split squats and stuff. But if you just want to do squats, you could. But it depends where you are in your journey and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope this helped. Oh yeah, also sign up for my free 5-day workshop. Starting 5th of February, we're going to be going through everything you need to get out of knee pain, training, my own story, nutrition, recovery. So head over, it'll be a top link in the description. Head to that. And also whoever signs up and whoever comes to all the 5 days is going to get access to my ebook. I haven't put it out anywhere yet. Has a full program in, has nutrition, recovery, all the stuff I just said. It's going to be all in an ebook version. 4 weeks. It's going to be 5 days of workouts, 3 leg days, 2 accessory days. No upper in it. You can add upper in it if you want, but I'm focusing mainly on knees. So if you want that ebook, sign up to my 5-day workshop. But yeah, I hope to see you there. Have Q&As and stuff there. So yeah, thanks for watching.